stressed out with difficult choices, coping with the children after another nanny's quit, struggling with your artistic muse. We all have these stresses in our lives. That's when I reach for Dr. Calm's teas. A blended infusion of chamomile, ginkgo and natural organic spices. Dr. Calm's is proven to soothe those stresses.
Total rubbish, just total rubbish. Like, all they are selling you is a bunch of leaves which have been put in hot water for a little while. I've tried these herbal teas and they don't do a bloody thing. Why are you filming me? I decided to try and prove my point the Kamikaze cookery way by doing some sort of scientific-ish test. The first tea I was going to test was chamomile, which is meant to be a relaxing agent. So what I needed for this test was something that was really going to annoy me. And you know, I knew just the thing. I'm going to be running a particularly irritating battleground on World of Warcraft, drinking tons and tons of chamomile tea, and frankly seeing what it does to me. I think it's going to give me a mild stomachache and make me want to urinate.
In the world of Warcraft, the Noble Alliance plunged deep into the lands of the brutal Horde in order to seek and capture the sacred flag, while of course trying to stop the Horde from doing the same thing. Now this sounds like it might be quite a fun and exciting game. It would be if you weren't playing with other Alliance players, using their favourite strategy, all on death.
Now what my team are doing currently is they're all sitting in our base. What this means is there's no chance that we're ever going to win. Anyone else want to try attacking?
We can't actually show Warcraft footage here because we'll get sued. So here's a stick figure representation of what's happening to me right now. I'd now died 35 times and the rest of my team were doing what they did best. Fuck all.
I don't feel terribly relaxed. I'm not finding myself, maybe very slightly drowsy. Nothing to write home about.
20 minutes in, Hugh had got bored and left. So, in the desperate hope of finding something more interesting to do, I alt-tabbed and read about chamomile.
Chamomile is used in medicine. This is Wikipedia, the source of all information and misinformation. So half of this will have been written by a pharmaceutical scientist, and the other half of it will be written by some hippie who believes it works.
Chamomile tea is known as the plant doctor. According to herbal medicine people, it's good for depression, stress, teething and colic, calming the digestive system, nervous indigestion, gastritis, headaches, menstruation, disorders of the kidney, liver and bladder, hay fever, insomnia, hiccups, stomach cramps, vomiting, appetite loss, spastic pain, arthritis and finally the common cold. I personally think that all we're seeing here is the well-documented medical effects of a nice cup of tea. According to the Scottish School of Herbal Medicine, specialists in holistic and energetic studies of the herbal world, chamomile works by removing heat from the body. According to real doctors, the active ingredient in chamomile is bisabolol. Bisabolol. It's anti-irritant, antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory.
Right, okay, we're 25 minutes into this battleground, score 0-0. Very faintest of numb feelings, something like that, but if this tea did anything in the normal doses, I should be feeling it by now. Score 1 to us. 30 minutes in.
It seemed that a valiant Alliance member had sneaked past the slovenly Horde, scored and assumed the mantle of leadership. Unfortunately, he was from a PvP server.
Oh god. 2 more in-depth rest together and
As our freak victory disappeared into history, I certainly didn't feel like anything was making me relaxed.
Honestly, if one cup of tea is meant to calm me down, I'd expect, 11 tea bags to pretty much lobotomise me.
Ginkgo is from the leaves of a tree which is a well-known living fossil. It also comes from China. This means that it must have incredible medicinal properties. Apparently the extract of Ginkgo leaves contains flavonoids and glycosides, like about a million other things, and a bunch of other long words. Research results are extremely conflicted. This means it does bugger all. Apparently some of the favourable studies were funded by, no wait for it, people trying to sell Ginkgo. Ginkgo is an antioxidant. It's meant to increase your circulation and is best known for making your brain work better. It's not going to work.
The way we're going to check if it does help focus the mind is by scientifically playing Guitar Hero, and we're going to see if it makes me rock more. I rock quite a lot already, but maybe this tea will help me to rock more.
I'd chosen 3 songs across the difficulty settings and drunk no tea. Time for me to rock for science. Initial rocking out completed, I got down to the drugs, or in this case tea, part of my rock and roll lifestyle.
Behold our table of rock, made more rock by the fact that Hugh has spilt a load of tea on it. If this Ginkgo stuff has any effect, it's maybe got a very slight narcotic effect. It's making me smile a bit. Or maybe I'm enjoying playing Rockstar. Who can tell? What?
Guitar Hero.
Rockstar? Oh, Guitar Hero. Well spotted, Hugh. Is it improving the concentration? Well, I'd say at the moment the results are disappointing, given that I don't seem to be able to remember exactly what game I'm playing.
Now, fully fueled with tea, I returned to rock.
There's something wrong here to start with, which is possibly not the best initial sign. I put on the guitar the wrong way round. We're going back to I Want to Be Sedated by... Who's it by, Hugh?
The Ramones, you ignorant fool.
The Ramones, whoever they are. Let's rock. Right, well that was down there close to perfect. Well, that was close. Did a lot better again. We have 75% complete. Tea or no tea, I'm just learning the song. Another couple of attempts and I'll get that up to 100%. Here we go again. Oh, there we go. 18% complete. I'm now fully teed up. I have been getting slightly better at the Guitar Hero, but if there has been any change to my ability to concentrate on what's going on, it's only been very, very slight. And I think the main reason that I've been getting better at this is just, frankly, I've been learning the songs. With this massive overdose, I should be climbing off the walls if it's seriously gonna, up my attention span, or I don't know, counting things or something like that. Tastes quite nice, I'll give it that.
Finally, I tried valerian. Valerian was first described as a medicine for insomnia by Hippocrates around 400 BC, and later on was considered to have been the Valium of the 18th century. People in the past, what do they know? Nothing, they're dead. Valerian's active ingredients include alkaloids, the same family of compounds as nicotine, caffeine, heroin and cocaine. I've tried a couple of these and they definitely work. It also has essential oils which are a relative of the ones in catnip. My cat's tried these, they work. And which apparently smell of well-matured cheese or wet dog. Excellent. It's been used for centuries as a sedative, and it's got a warning label on the side of the box saying may cause drowsiness. Bah, hippie nonsense.
So we thought we'd go for an appropriate game, so we've decided on Final Fantasy X. The Final Fantasy game which is almost all cutscenes. Hugh's desperate hope here is that it's going to put me to sleep while the endless cutscenes are going on. However, I believe that it doesn't do anything, so I think I'll be fine.
Well, the rest of this episode's rather quiet. There are 2 reasons for this. The first reason is that Hugh had forgotten to turn on the microphone, and as such we don't have any sound. The second reason is, as you'll begin to see, valerian's actually a rather effective sleeping aid. It has similar effects to a half brick in a sock. So let's chart my progress through the taking valerian. I start out blinking a bit, maybe looking a bit sleepy now. Drinking some more tea, lounging around, rubbing my eyes, brain death. And that's the bit where I dozed off. Well, there we go.
Right. Yes, herbal teas. Herbal teas. Camomile did absolutely fuck all. No effect. Ginkgo, well, I know that Ginkgo's meant to be a magical Chinese medicine. However, then so is rhino horn. And the only reason they think that rhino horn works is because it's shaped like a dong. As for valerian, 20 minutes after I'd drunk all of the valerian, I wasn't conscious of any effects. Indeed, one could maybe argue that I wasn't conscious of anything at all. However, I think that clearly goes to show that it doesn't work. So, in summary, herbal teas, do they do anything? Absolutely not. Hippie nonsense. Oh, hippie nonsense.
I'm pointing a hot flame very close to my genitals. I can't see what could possibly go wrong with this.